3-point lighting. We're going to show you how to basically light a subject using 3 lights, and we'll actually add a 4th one if you had another 4th light. But assuming you only have 3 lights and you have your subject here in the middle, you're going to have your camera facing the subject here in the front, filming there. And so next we need to have our first light put in, and we're going to put it here on an angle from the subject and the camera, and the light is going to be shining obviously towards the subject. And this light happens to be called a key light because it's the key light, the most important light. And what it does is it actually lights up your subject, but it creates a shadow on the other side over here, like on this side of the person here. So I'm just gonna add a second light in now over here, and this of course shines from the other angle, and this light now will fill in those the shadow, and that's why we call this one the fill light. So now we've got 2 points being lit up, the front of the subject. Great, but there is maybe a background here, a wall or something, and we need to distinguish the subject from the wall. Now, granted, you will be able to distinguish them from it, but one way that you would do so is use a light up here that's really high from behind, and this light will shine from behind of the subject onto the subject's shoulder and head. And what that does is it creates a light from the back that creates a little rim of light around the shoulders and neck and hair, and that distinguishes the subject from the backdrop. So this is going to be called, I'll just keep this color consistent, this is going to be called the backlight. And that's your standard 3-way light configuration to light a subject. Let's say you had a 4th light. Now you want to create some depth to the scene. So if I were to put this 4th light and actually shine the beam onto the backdrop, what that does is it creates some depth, because now the background of the scene is being lit. If it was just a black backdrop, then you probably wouldn't want to do this, but essentially like a brick wall or some sort of funky backdrop, you're going to want to light the background. Okay, so we're going to call this the background light. Now, we didn't go in a lot of details in this video, but this would be the general placement of lights in order to get the nice professionally lit subject.